you all these cool things to get you to buy, and then when you buy it and try to do all the cool things, you find out all the glitches. Like, oh no, we didn't mean for you to really do it. Like, come on now. Oh, turn up the sound. Okay. All right, welcome in. My name is Marika Goolsby. I'm a former foster youth and adoptee. I was adopted out of the foster care system, and I wrote my book about my time in care. I wrote my memoir. It is called A Flower Called Orphan Girl. It is available everywhere books are sold. You can get it in my TikTok shop. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. I'm so jealous. You got to pet a donkey. You were like, come here. And it was like, okay. That was so cool. So yeah, former foster youth, adoptee, adopted out of the system, wrote a book called A Flower Called Orphan Girl. It is available everywhere. Get your copy. It is so important to listen to adoptee voices. It is the only way we're going to change the system. Victoria said, it was an awesome experience for sure. I bet it was. Back in the days when I used to work at a federal halfway house, and I used to have to do home visits before people got released to an ankle monitor. And I used to bring my niece with me, and every time we saw a horse, I would pull over and they would just walk right over to her. I wanted to get her riding lessons. I was like, oh, you're a natural. Horses are drawn to you. But my sister was like, no, that is too dangerous. And she refused to let me get the girl riding lessons. I think well, at the time I thought she could have been a jockey, but the truth is she's 6'1" and not a small person. Most jockeys are kind of small. So maybe it wouldn't have worked out, but she sure could have been a trainer. Or I'll come back in 30 minutes on the way to, okay. So yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Hey, A-Train Sister Wanky. Today is Talk It Out Tuesday, where we are talking about conflict resolution and knowing the difference between connections that can be saved or should be saved versus some you just have to let go in peace. You know, like, I take my hands off of it, I let go, I let God. Sometimes that's all you can do. And sometimes it's hard to know the difference. Like, should I be fighting for this, or should I just let go and let God? Go in peace. Go in peace. So that's what today's conversation is about. Too many people view other humans as discardable. You know, you do one thing to make them mad, and they're like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. I don't deal with you no more. Be gone. Instead of being like, wow, let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about how we can do better in the future. So I think it's important to create spaces of healing, spaces of where people can actually talk it out safely and not feel threatened or scared or worried or nervous, where they actually have a mediator be like, oh, slow down, take a deep breath. A neutral party. And sometimes you just need someone to kind of bounce it off of. Like, I know this is one thing I miss about my best friend. I could call her and be like, this is what happened. Am I tripping or am I tripping? And she'd be like, yeah, girl, you tripping. I think your abandonment issues are showing up, or your whatever. Or she'd be like, no, you are not tripping. That's not cool. You know, that's going to, or at least that helped me determine how I was going to approach the situation. Sometimes just having someone else to talk it out with, not someone who's going to instigate and egg you on like, girl, I wouldn't go for that. And if I was you, and give you all sorts of destructive suggestions. If I were you, I would call and curse them out and hang up. How's that going to help? It won't. So you got to be careful who you confide in and who you share your information with. Because some people will just listen to you, and as soon as you're out of sight and out of earshot, call that person, be like, girl, she told me this and that, this and that. And if I was you, I wouldn't, and I shouldn't, and you shouldn't, and yeah. Because some people can aid in healing, and some people can aid in a faster destruction. So yeah, it's all about seeing other people as valuable. Hey Ian, welcome in. I love you. Valuing human lives, valuing human connection. All right, let me see. Heart share tap, heart share tap, heart share tap. I'm trying to think, do I have any announcements? Yes. Friday, I will be speaking at NAAP, which is National Adoptee and Parents. I think that's what it stands for. I'm excited. I've sent out invites. I hope everybody shows up. Like, flood the space. Woo. All right. Just a real quick check of the room. We have 1.2K taps, 198 shares, 3 people in the building. We're a C5 in the top 80%. I'm looking forward to moving up to that C4. Our live goal is 30 donuts and 1 set of DJ equipment. Oh, 4 people in the room. Thank you, Elenise, I'm guessing. There are 3 ways to get on the panel. I love to have a panel discussion. They all start with the Daily Heart Me. 1, get your Daily Heart Me. Be a super fan. 2, get your Daily Heart Me and participate in the live goal, which is donuts and the DJ equipment and the gift gallery. 3, get your Daily Heart Me, get 1K taps and 60 shares or 1 good power share. That's the same thing. So there are 3 ways to get on the panel. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Sue's Cruise. But yeah, I'm super curious. What brought this segment out of me, Talk It Out Tuesday, is because so many people have said adoptees are problematic. Adoptee spaces are toxic. Adoptee spaces are cult-like. Adoptee spaces are spaces where hurt people. And jealousy, like, look at me, and people who haven't been seen before finally getting a chance to be seen. Hey, Sue's Cruz, thank you for your Daily Heart Me. And I feel like rather than continuing to put that out there, because I'm a strong believer that you get more of what you focus on, I'd rather focus on creating a space of healing. Like, seriously. Because it's one thing to just be like, oh, look at that, that's horrible. Oh, look at that, that's all bad. I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do about it? And I think one of the things to do about it is to really talk about conflict resolution and goals and connecting where we align and moving forward, like coming to a place of agreement and then move forward. Like no one's gonna, hey, Anna's Kitchen, hello, Wildflower sister, Wildflower A-Train sister, also Wildflower sister. So that's what I'm about. That is what I am attempting to do. Instead of just complaining about what I don't like, create something that I do like. You're welcome. I followed you. Nice to meet you. Can't stay long right now. Okay, no problem. Nice meeting you too. And I'm glad you stopped through and got your daily heart me, or gave your daily heart me. I still got to get that right. It's gave your daily heart me. Thank you. And thank you for tapping the screen. You know, if you can't stay long, if you give your daily heart me and tap the screen for as long as you can, share this out to as many people as you can. Power share. I am very much appreciative. So yeah, as far as conflict resolution, a lot of people don't realize it is a skill that you can practice, that you can learn, that you can... I reposted your life. Thank you for the repost, Sue's Cruz. I appreciate you. A lot of people don't realize it's a skill. It's something you can actually learn and then practice. You're not always going to get it 100% right, but you can practice it and get better and better and better. I sound like my granddaughter. I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, it's a skill that can be taught and learned. And I think just being willing to say, you know what, I really enjoyed our connection and I don't know where things got off track, but I'd like for us to get back to that. As long as both parties are having the desire to get back to that, to get back to a place of calm, get back to a place of unity, that's a good jumping off space. That's a good starting point. Now, as far as conflict resolution, if either party goes into it with, I'm going to get revenge, I'm going to embarrass you, I'm going to hurt your feelings the way you hurt my feelings, I'm going to embarrass you the way you embarrassed me, I'm going to prove that you are wrong and that you are evil and that, you know, everything is bad about you, then it's never going to work. Hi, Alana, welcome in. So happy to see you. This is Talk It Out Tuesday, when we're talking about the value and importance of being willing to want to repair a connection instead of throwing it in the trash. And honestly, I think in this day and age, more people are willing to just throw it in the trash than actually have the difficult conversation of, oh, I feel so awkward right now, but something went wrong. What happened? Like, we were so close. Sue's Cruz said, right, because a person just taints their own energy by doing that. Say more, say more. But yeah, I do think like holding on to negative energy, honestly, when it comes to my mother, I throw it in the trash. I still love her from a distance though. Yes, and that's important to know which connections are worth saving or are even salvageable, and which connections you have to kind of let go and let God. You know, like I take my hands off of it and I let go and I let God. And I don't wish you no ill will, but our connection is done right here. And there's a grieving process around that too, because that is sad. For all the things you hoped the connection would be or thought it could have been. You know, so it's a loss. You grieve it and, you know, you hope for the best. Maybe one day the person will call you with a whole new attitude and a whole new tone and want to reconcile, but you can't like hold your breath waiting for that either. So, yeah. And I think the real problem comes in is when people don't know when to let go and let God. People are so busy trying to force something that maybe just can't be, that maybe you just have to grieve and keep it moving. I think real problems come into play when, especially for me, I'll use myself as an example. I have a sister who's 3 years older than me, who I have in my mind what I think an older sister is supposed to be. An older sister is someone who is cooler than you, that you can borrow her clothes, you can borrow her makeup, you can ask for her advice about boys or girls or whatever. You can share secrets and be close, especially only 3 years. That's not a huge distance. So I always had this fantasy about what the connection with my older sister could be like. And it has never, ever, ever been that. Maybe when I was like 3 years old. Maybe when I was 3, when she was 6. Maybe the connection was there then. I am letting people up into the panel. I love to have a panel discussion. As long as they get their daily heart me and become a super fan, or get their daily heart me, participate in the live goal, which is donuts or DJ equipment. And the last way is get your daily heart me, share this out to 60 people or more, which is one good power share. And tap the screen for 1K times or more. Thank you for giving your daily heart me, Alana. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that power share. Yes. So you are well on your way to being on the panel. So yeah, it's like, just because she's in that big sister role, I had to let go of, but she doesn't have what it takes to be what I need. I had to grieve that and keep it moving, instead of all the times I tried to force it and got my heart broke over and over and over. I had to accept that. Now, if she called me right now saying, you know what, Marika, I've been in therapy for the past year and I've been thinking about some things and I really miss you and I want to hang out with you and I apologize for so many things that went wrong between us in the past, but I'd like to start over. I'd be like, oh, live over, gotta go, bye. Like, for real. But so far that call has never happened. But it doesn't mean I don't hope maybe one day it will. Hopefully before I'm like 99. And you're like, what you say? What you say? What you say? And I really don't mean to be ageist. I just know my hearing is already kind of going, so that'll be me at 99 for sure. But, yeah, sometimes you just gotta let go and let God. Oh, hi, Advocate Awareness. Thank you. Yes, just call me Marge. You know, Marge Simpson. That's how I'm feeling these days. I feel like this should have been my natural hair color. Like, for real. This should have been. I'm not saying God makes mistakes, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Things are going great. Things are going really good. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying God makes mistakes, because, you know, God is all-knowing. But, yeah, girl, I should have had this from the gate. I should have came out the womb with it. And then I'd be dyeing it black. I don't know. So, yeah, today we're talking about Talk It Out Tuesday. Like I said, there's a couple of different ways to participate in Talk It Out Tuesday. If you know someone that you had a good connection with, y'all were close at one point, Advocate Awareness said, I love what you're doing. Been seeing you on and off, but I'm here today. Yay, awesome. Thank you. So if you know someone like that, you and that other person can come into this live and I can facilitate kind of like mediation. I do have like a 2-phase process that is calming, centering, and safe to repair that connection, or at least start the repair of that connection. Because some connection ruptures or, yeah, need more than just one conversation. And then sometimes one conversation doesn't, but at least we could try. Now, another way is you could just say, this is the situation. Can you help me talk through how I want to proceed and move forward? That's another possibility. That's what we had this morning with someone who's having issues with her sister. So yeah, we talked it out, and she was able to say the thing out loud that she can't say to other folks or hasn't been able to get support with. All right, Alana is requesting. Let's check Alana's stats. Let's see. All right. Okay, you getting there, Alana. Alana has 36 shares. We're looking for 60. Alana has 848 likes. We're looking for 1K. Also, if the shares feel like a lot, you can always double your likes. All right, so that's what we call a high quality engager in the making. Bravo. Thank you so much. So yeah, this topic is near and dear to my heart because I love it when people make up. Like, it's the most beautiful thing when people are like, oh my God, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Let's never argue again. Let's never fight again. To me, that is a magical moment because that builds trust. That says, if something goes wrong, I trust you to bring it. Yes, reconciliation is beautiful. Yes, I trust you to bring it to me in a way that's not going to destroy me or our connection because you value me and our connection. Yeah, thank you for being here, KJ Thomas. And everybody, grab that or give your daily heart me and tap and share. Those are the most important ways to support the room. This app has the ability to promote or repress our live. We want our live promoted, not repressed. And I do like to have a panel discussion. And there's 3 ways to access the panel. They all involve giving the daily heart me first. So give your daily heart me, be a super fan. That's 1. Give your daily heart me, participate in the live goal, which I believe is donuts. I think it's still donuts. Let me see. Oh, it's not donuts. Oh, it is donuts. So we have 3 out of 10 already. And then 1 corgi and 1 DJ equipment. So the last way to get on the panel is to give your daily heart me, tap the screen 1K times or more, as well as share this out 60 times or get your power share, which is the same as 60 shares. All right. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about every Tuesday until it's just, I just want my calendar filled up with who's going to be talking it out next. Who's going to be talking it out next week? Who's going to be talking it out next week? Who's going to be talking it out the following week? Who's going to be talking it out next week for Talk It Out Tuesday? To be open, to be vulnerable, to really show people what that looks like. People don't even know what that looks like, but people know real well what it looks like to be like, oh, she said this thing to me and I'm done with her. Forget her. She's unalive to me. I'll never speak to her again in life. And let me tell you why. And let me tell you all about how this person wronged me. People know all about that. People have seen example after example after example. But there's very few examples of humility, vulnerability, self-reflection. I would love to provide those examples of people that say, I don't know what went wrong, but we used to be so cool. I want us to get back to that. And this is what I think my part in the confusion was. And I apologize for my part in the confusion, because the only thing we can change or fix is ourselves. So just go into it with what did I say? What did I get heated and say that maybe wasn't helpful? Thank you so much for the gummy bears, and thank you so much for the goat. I'll take that. Greatest of all times. So it's like when you go into the situation and you say something happened and I'm not really sure why, but I think I could have done this differently. I think I could have said this better. The person automatically is not defensive. Their defensive guard is down. Okay, hold on one second. And they're more open to self-reflection themselves. You give them permission to be self-reflective. Like, yeah, I agree. That would have been helpful. And maybe I could have something as well. All right, Alana. Let's check Alana's stats. Alana has 7 comments, 89 shares, 1.6K taps. That is what we call quality engagement. So everybody gets 10 minutes on the panel. I do ask for a brief intro, name, age, pronouns. How are you connected to this community? Are you a foster parent, an adopted parent, a bio parent with children in the system, a former foster youth, an adoptee, a social worker, caseworker, CASA worker, anything like that, attorney, family court judge? And what are your thoughts and your feelings about Talk It Out Tuesday and conflict resolution? Advocate awareness that healing, speaking on situations even after you let them simmer, is better than losing potential friends. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we're about to hear from Alana. All right, Alana, you got the mic. Let's get your intro and your thoughts and feelings.
Hello, I'm 19 years old. I go by they, them. I'm an adoptee. I think that was it.
I think so. Age, pronouns, how you connected, and your name's Alana. Yeah. Hi, Just Jay. Welcome in.
So, reconciliation, when I do think about it, I think of my mother. It was around the age, I was 17 years old when I found my biological family, and I initially started doing searching. I do feel like my mom does need, like, a support team, you know? Like, I don't think my mom needs to go, like, to jail or anything. I just think she needs help. But, it's like, I ended up breaking off contact TW due to, like, her current mental state and, like, her current smug addiction, things like that. At the time, I didn't know what was going on with her and between my family. She was essentially using me to communicate with them. But, yeah, I do have 16 siblings. I'm the firstborn on both sides.
Wait, how many siblings?
16.
16?
Yeah, 1-6.
That's what I thought I heard. Okay.
Majority on my mom's side, a few on my dad's. Majority of my siblings on my mom's side, they are all in the system. From what I know, some of us was adopted through the state, but I don't know all of the information about my siblings. My mom, she doesn't remember a lot of their birthdays and things like that and their names. And, yeah. So it's been hard, but on the way of my journey, I did like the ancestry test and stuff to initially find my siblings, but then I found out that they wouldn't really pop up unless they actually took a test themselves.
Right.
So
thank you for the repost.
I led up with that journey of finding my father. My mom was 12, going on 13 when she was pregnant with me, and my dad was 30 years old at the time.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I've just been working on writing my book.
Awesome. So she was 12 when you were born?
No, she was 12. Okay, so her birthday is in April. Mine is in July. So she had just turned 13, but she was pregnant with me since she was 12. Yeah.
Right. Just Jay said they might show up someday as far as your siblings. They may get older and take the test.
Right.
But you've been working on your book. That is awesome.
Yes, I'm on page 3. I've been working on it.
Awesome. You got to be on page 3 before you can get to page 300. So that's awesome.
Okay, yeah. But that's all I can think of right now.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I really am. But yeah, relationships are hard. And I think when someone is actively in the disease of addiction, it's even harder because yeah, it's even harder trying to maintain a relationship. And sometimes you have to kind of, like I say, take your hands off of it, let go, let God, and say. And I've had to do this with past partners. Like when you get 6 months clean, give me a call. Because we cannot communicate like this. We're not getting anywhere. And you grieve that. It's a grieving process every day that call doesn't come. But it gets a little bit easier, and you just send positive vibes and prayers, and hope they just come to a place of calm and peace and recovery.
Right.
That's all you can do, because everybody's on their own life path and their own journey, making their own choices for whatever reason. That's between them and God, and we're affected, but we got to do what we got to do for us. Like they're doing what they got to do for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy you started writing. I really am.
Thank you. I'm going to send you some pictures of what I got so far.
Sounds good. I would love to see.
Alrighty. You have a blessed one.
You too. And if you want to come back up, if you have any additional thoughts or feelings, just request back.
For sure.
All right, cool. All right, that was Wildflower Alana. Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, we're talking about Talk It Out Tuesday. You need to talk it out with another person, or you just need to talk it out to process, like, what am I going to do about this situation? That is what we are doing here. Chill Girl Ken, I think that's what that says. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. I started having these conversations because so many people are like, oh, adoptee spaces are so toxic and so problematic and hurt people and people are competing, and I just kept hearing so much negativity, and nothing positive can come out of anything that is just having negativity thrown on top of it over and over. And anytime somebody comes to me with like, this is the problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, I'm like, okay, so what have you tried to do about it? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix it? Where's the repair? Where's the hope? And some people are just, But anyway, let me tell you how horrible it is. No. What are we going to do about it? How are we going to fix it? Well, let me tell you how much it sucks. No. I know that now. You have told me that. What part do you play in improving it? And if they don't have nothing at all to say, like, to me, you're only contributing to the problem. Because I'm a strong believer that you get more of what you focus on. And if all you're focusing on is negativity, we're only going to get more negativity. Period. Yeah. There has to be, if you see a fire, you don't light another match. Because if you see a fire and you're like, oh my God, this fire's out of control, you don't light another match. You bring some cool water. You bring some nice, cool fire retardant. That's what you do. And I think when people, there's a motivational speaker that I love, that I listen to over and over the years, that says, Every time someone comes to you with a problem, they may not be looking for a solution. A lot of times they just enjoy the attention and want to tell you about it, and 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 you about it. Because it's like, I want the hugs. I want the, oh, poor baby, poor baby. Oh my goodness, they shouldn't have did that to you. That's horrible. They should have done that to you. And maybe there is a time and space for that, but it's not the whole enchilada. It's not everything. It's like, okay, I've comforted you, I've consoled you, now what are you going to do about it? What do you want to do about it? How do you want to see this improved? And to me, that is a sense of accountability. Like, okay, we've cried, we've hugged it out. Now what? Now what? Like, is this a connection you want to maintain? Or is this a connection you want to get some closure around because agree to disagree, we can no longer have a connection? These are the questions I ask. And these are the questions I wish more people would ask. So what do you want to do about it? Okay, you done told me how horrible this person is and how much they bother you, or you feel like it's on purpose, and you think they're this and you think they're that, and we have what if and maybe all around the world with this. What do you want to happen? Well, I really wish we could be cool again. Okay, well, that I can work with. What we gonna do about it? You think it's a better approach over the phone? You think it's a better approach to invite this person to coffee so you can talk about it, or soup? More of us need to be that, I guess, bridge that brings people together, not tears people apart. A lot of times when there's an issue, and I always say, go to that person you have the issue with, nobody else. Because whoever else you go to, yes, we do. Thank you. Whoever else you go to can either help the situation or make it worse. And if you don't know 100%, is this person going to help the situation or make it worse? That's not the person you need to talk to. If you know for sure, this person is going to help the situation. They're either going to give me some pointers about what I should do, how I should move forward, or actually going to be like, well, let's all meet and talk about it. Not the person that's going to be like, ooh, honey, you should never talk to her again in life. She's horrible. That's why I don't talk to her either, because she's just trash and she's this and she's that. And if I were you, I would just block that person. Block, delete, moving on. That's not helping, especially if it's somebody you care about and you want the connection to continue. You want the connection to be repaired. Be careful who you talk to about the connection, because connections are sacred. Everybody in your life you did not meet by accident. You met them because they were supposed to be in your life. So if there is confusion, or if there is a misunderstanding, if there's any way to repair it, repair it. Because they're in your life for a reason. They say like a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You can't figure that out if you just burn the bridge and keep it moving. And I think if it was just for one particular reason, once that purpose is served, then it'll be like, well, yeah, it's been nice, and maybe I'll see you around, or you'll end peacefully, right? And if it was just for a season, once that season is over, it'll be a natural ending. It won't be this big blow up, burning down bridges, and I'm never speaking to you again, and it won't be so volatile. It just won't be. All right, let me see. Somebody's requesting advocate awareness. Let me check your stats. Thank you for the request. So I do check everyone's stats. Okay, 5 comments, 3 shares, but 213K taps, but I do not see that you guys gave your daily heart me. So the only thing you're missing is a daily heart me, and then you can be on the panel. If you are like, what's a daily heart me? Let me know in the chat, and I will gladly point that out. Daily heart me is 1 cent. So that's the only thing you're missing, and then I would love to have you on the panel. What's a daily heart me? Okay. So right up at the top right here. Okay, hold on to your roses, because it's the same thing as a rose. You see my name says Orphan Girl, and then you see the orange heart. When you click that, I believe it says join. That's how you join the team or join the fan club. And that's how you send 1 daily heart me. Every day they ask you to send a daily heart me that says, I still enjoy this space. I still believe in this space. I still want to be considered a fan. There you go. That's your daily heart me. You did it. Bravo. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and invite you. Everybody gets 10 minutes. I do ask for an introduction, name, age, pronouns. How are you connected to this community? And what are your thoughts and feelings on Talk It Out Tuesday and conflict resolution? All right, let me start your timer, and you have the mic now.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It's Marquise here.
Hi, Marquise.
I am 25. I'll be 26 in a few weeks.
Okay. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. And I am connected to this community as an adoptee and maybe as a future advocate, stronger advocate in life. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So I was listening to what you said earlier, and I'll turn my camera on so you can see me.
Awesome.
I'm just outside enjoying the weather.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for turning on your camera. I'm good.
Yeah. So I was listening to you, right? And you said, like, some people come into your life, like, everybody is in your life for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I met my mom when I was 16 years old. And I, the group home kept asking me, they was like, you want to meet your mom? I was like, no. Then they still had me meet her, right? So I was like, okay, I'll deal with it. You know the first thing she did?
I don't.
She didn't even give me a hug. She gave me a cigarette, right? So I said, okay, I remember that all my life, right? I've been asking, like, when I see my mom around, I say, hey, Mom, how you doing? I do not, deny that she's my mom. I don't, even though the younger me would do some stupid stuff or say some stupid stuff just out of emotions, I try to, hey, how you doing? Like, recently on Mother's Day, I think I'm the one that, brought everybody together, in the family. I don't know. It felt strange, but one by one, I said, hey, you want to come to the party, get some food? It's Mother's Day. To my sister, my brother, my other brother, and they all came.
Oh, cool.
And my mom came, So even though I don't, you can you can love somebody, but you don't have to like them. You can love them from a distance.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to like everything they do. So
Facts.
That's why I love her from a distance,
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is. Sometimes that's the best you can get. Sometimes that's just better than nothing,
It is, honestly. Just knowing that she's alive, at least because things could have been worse. I could have got out of foster care and adoption, and something worse could have happened.
That's right.
So I am glad that I got to see her in her skin and know who she is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I do. That's what's up.
Yeah. Just wanted to give that thought. I like what you said.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hold on. There's a lot of noise. This city. Okay, I'm back. Some
Okay.
people don't use the brains out here.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, to the community and your community space, I love what March, we'll just say Miss Simpson, March Simpson.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I love what Marge is doing, and I get some of my inspiration to share my book to people from her.
Okay, good.
I have like a lot of hashtags. I get some of my inspiration from you. I really do.
Okay,
And
good.
if I can say like culture meets culture, you know what I'm saying? You never know who you're gonna meet. And I meet you, and you're cool, and I really do like what you're doing.
Thank you. I
want to give you a good thumbs up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, keep coming back. Come to as many lives as you can, you know?
I got you. I'm busy. I gotta eat every day, and I'm just living, trying to survive. We all trying to survive, right?
We all are trying to survive. Yes, survival mode for real. Sometimes it gets me so mad because survival mode can like rob you of your creativity and your energy and just like.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel like it's a revolutionary act to do it anyway. To be like, you know what? I'm going to steal some time for myself to work on my book. I'm going to steal some time for myself to exercise, to do yoga, to meditate, to do those things that replenish me.
Right.
Because if I don't, and if I just get consumed with work because I got to pay bills, it just can make me angry and bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I have 4 minutes left. I wanna mention something, right? So
sure.
I am working on a new book. It's gonna be some while before I drop it. It's gonna be called Marquise versus Nostalgia, right? So I like recently and somebody made it very evident to me, like very clear to me. They said a page in one of my coloring books, I guess they're using the coloring book for homeschooling their child or whatever, you know what I mean? And I support that. I like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they said one of the pages, I guess I said that, you know, it was the color and picture of a police officer, but it said, you know, there are people that can help you be safe or something like that, right? And she said her son didn't like that because I guess, you know, the police officer and police don't really have a good name, you know, blase. But the point of it was the old me, I changed so much because the old me, I probably would have been like, oh, getting mad at what I'm doing, you know, or I would have not been able to take the criticism. Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? The new me is like, I had to take a minute, breathe, think, understand what the person's saying, and realize that it's not all about me, especially if I'm trying to give to the community. You know? I totally get that.
Nice. Yeah. That's good. Celebrate all moments of growth.
Yes.
You know, when you're able to see your growth, celebrate it.
Yes, beautiful. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know when you create art, you can't control how people are gonna respond to it or react to it. That's between them and the art.
Yeah, art is something everybody's unique in. Where you may not like it, there's somebody else who may like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
And everybody's gonna see it differently. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to see your growth right there. That's what's up.
Yeah. As a young person and being in my community, it's like, I'm going to say it's not easy, but it's not hard and it's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to learn to manage your time.
Oh my gosh.
Do something with your time.
That's my biggest challenge at my big age. It's my biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Me and Father Time do not get along. Like,
I get it.
We never have. I'm late everywhere.
Hey, a couple minutes is late. That's fine as long as you get there, right?
It depends. It depends on who you're talking to, because some people are cool with it and some people are absolutely annoyed.
Yeah,
but,
I know. I get it.
I'm like, hey, it's. I'd like to think it's my only flaw.
Yeah. It's what gets them every time, right?
Yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah. I like it.
Thanks. Yeah, Ian said that's a part of your trauma. Yes, it is a part of my trauma. It is.
The blue hair is nice.
Thank you.
The blue glasses, the blue shirt is representing advocacy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah. Say, look, I don't have a father. So a lot of things I also do because I don't have a father. And then, you know, the blue heart is, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Pocket. It's
Oh.
like not
It looks blue, but it's
Okay.
actually turquoise. It is turquoise,
Oh.
but the lighting does
Oh.
make it look more blue than turquoise.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
it. I like both, you know.
I don't want to hold you too long. Yes,
All
it's
right,
up
no,
that's a party or something.
no
I'm gonna check the
problem.
comments. I'm gonna get back to the comments.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for
Okay.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
No
I don't know how to
problem.
get off.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool, cool, cool. I love talking to the youth. The youth. You are still a youth up until the age of like 25 because the frontal lobe is only fully developed at 25, 26. And once your frontal lobe is done developing, then you're considered no longer a youth. You are considered 100% a full-on adult. That's kind of what that is based on. So yeah, I love talking to the youth. Help keep this old lady young. Youngish. I don't know. But anyway, we're talking about conflict resolution. Today is Talk It Out Tuesday. To me, it is so important that we have a certain skill set to be able to talk it out when conflict arises, because it will. Anywhere there are human beings, there will be conflict. Even when there's only one human being, there's internal conflict. There's internal conflict that we have to work through. So it's important to learn these skills and practice. No one comes out the womb a mediator. You know what I mean? No one comes out of the womb like knowing how to manage conflict right off the bat. And be willing to know that it's going to be different with different people. You know, what might resolve it with this person might not resolve it with this other person. And being flexible to know, to always move from a space of curiosity. Like, you know, this weird thing happened between us. Like, should we talk about it? Do you want to talk about it? Like for me, my birth mom, she doesn't want to talk about it. She just wants to be like, let's take some time to cool off and then we'll come back and just keep moving forward. We've learned something for next time. Oh, thank you for the chewing gum. So it depends on the person. And then there's some people that want to talk it out. Like, let's get to the bottom of this. What happened? What went wrong? What's our plan for next time? I think it's never enough to just talk about what went wrong. What is the plan for next time when this happens? Because if it happened once, it's going to happen again. Period. It's going to happen again. And we need to be ready with a plan of action so our connection stays intact. So it doesn't completely destroy our connection. Period. All right, let me just give the stats of the room again real quick. We have 10.9K taps. Oh, awesome. 494 shares. Our league is a C5 in the top. Thank you for giving me your daily heart me. Oh, it's your first one. Yeah, that's what's up. And that looks like Jane Lee, but I could be wrong about that. Janelli? No, Jane Lee. I'm not sure 100%. But hopefully you'll get a chance to come on the panel and then I can hear it. Janelli. Oh, thank you for that, Janelli. I hope I'm saying it right now. Okay, 11.1K taps, 494 shares, 4 people in the building. We're a C5 at the top 80%. And to continue, we have been live an hour and 5 minutes. We've had 67 viewers, 3 gifters, 3 new followers, 7 gifters. This live has made 77 cents so far. That is full transparency. Thank you to everybody Thank you to everybody who has been here and doing all the things. So let's just keep that going and flowing. So, For those of you that don't know, mostly Janelli, there are 3 ways to access the panel. They all start with the Daily Heart Me, which you have already done, so you're halfway there, kind of. So the first one is get your Daily Heart Me and become a super fan. Automatic access, right? The second one is get your Daily Heart Me and participate in the live goal or the gift gallery. The live goal right now is a corgi or the DJ equipment or donuts. Thank you for the heart puffs. I love those. And then the third way is to give your Daily Heart Me and to tap the screen 1K times or more and do a power share, which is 60 shares. So those are all the ways to access the panel. Thank you so much for the heart puffs. Thank you so much for the gummy bears. Thank you so much for contributing toward the room. And if you do want to chime in on this, I would love to hear from you. Send a guest request. I'll check your stats. And boom, just like that, you'll be on the panel. All right. Oh, thank you for the donut. Yes, yes. Let me see what else. So yeah, as far as repairing connections, I think cancel culture has really created it's almost celebrated to be like, oh, she did me wrong. She's canceled. I'm not talking to her, and nobody else should either. So I'm going to tell everybody that has ears, everybody that has eyes, this person is horrible, bad, and wrong, and I'm not speaking to them, and you shouldn't either, to kind of ostracize. And that's like, it's like, over what? You know, I'm of the strong belief that if I have a bad experience with someone and we attempt to talk it out and there is no resolution and we agree that, you know, we're just going to go our separate ways, that's the end of it for me. I don't need to mention this person's name to anybody because other people can have their own experiences with that person and come to their own conclusion, make their own decision, right? So if I have an issue with Susie and I'm friends with Michelle and I see Michelle and Susie are friends, hey, their dynamic may be completely different from what I had with Susie. I don't need to be like, oh, Michelle, don't be good with Susie because, you know, this is what happened when we were. That ain't got nothing to do with them or me. Now, if she says, oh, I had this horrible experience with Susie, did you ever experience that? I could be like, yeah, I did actually. Why didn't you tell me? Because that was for y'all to work out if y'all was going to have a good connection or not outside of me. Because different people bring out different sides of our personality. So just because me and Susie didn't mix, don't mean Michelle and Susie won't. I'm just saying. But people don't think of it that way. People think of it like, oh, I had a bad experience. Child, you're going to have a bad experience and you're going to have a bad experience and you don't know that. Maybe the conflict between me and Susie then tells her how to move forward with other people and she doesn't have that with anybody else. Right? I don't know, but that's no longer my concern. The moment I said, we're going to agree to go our separate ways. Yeah. And a lot of people don't do that or don't know how to do that. And to me, that's why we have 8.3 billion people on the planet. Can y'all believe that? 8.3. Thank you for the finger snaps. 8.3 billion people on the planet. And we are dealing with chronic loneliness. So many people are lonely, chronically lonely, because the society tells us to just burn down bridges and keep it moving on to the next. Just go through relationships like a tornado, destroying everything in your path. Instead of slowing down, taking a deep breath, and seeing like, can this be repaired? We had such a wonderful connection. Can this be repaired? It's an important question to ask. Is this connection worth saving? Is this something I'm invested in saving, repairing, restoring? And if it is, Didn't do the work. Didn't do the work. And vulnerability. Let me reach out. Let me see how this person is doing. Let me see if they want to talk about it. Let me see if they're feeling the same way. People are so afraid of rejection. I'm not reaching out to her. She need to reach out to me. She wronged me. I got righteous entitlement. She needs to come groveling and beg. No. Nobody needs to grovel and beg or nothing. Just be open. Open mind, open heart. To say, I miss you. I value our connection. I would like for us to repair it. That's it. That's all. And so many people don't know how to do that, are unwilling to do that, are terrified to do that. If you are terrified to do that, oh, thank you for the kitty. Ain't nothing wrong with seeking a mediator, a professional mediator, or just a neutral party that is friends to both of y'all, to be like, let's all go to coffee and figure this out. Let's all talk together so we have a witness to keep the conversation safe. To say, time out, everybody, let's take a break. And this is what I was just saying earlier. If you are thinking about who could this third neutral party be? If your thought is, oh no, she's gonna make it worse because she's gonna be like instigating the argument to intensify, that's not your person. That's not your person. But we all, I think, should know someone that could be kind of in the mediator role, not in the instigator role. That hears that both sides actually care about the connection and want to keep everything cool on the path of repair. I feel like the number one step is just desire for repair. That says, I value you. I don't want you to go away. I want things to be cool with us. That's kind of a big step for people, like a huge step for people to be like, I don't know what happened, or I do know what happened. I know exactly where we went wrong, and I want to apologize for my part in the situation and talk about how do we move forward from here, or can we move forward from here? Hopefully the answer is yes, we can totally move forward from here. Sometimes people will surprise you. You know what? I forgot all about that. I really just have been busy with classes. Like, really? I thought you were really upset about that? Oh, no. I'm not upset about that. Like, I don't even remember that. And then you're like, oh. Like, I thought, conversation, communication is so important. That's how we have people on this app talking about adoptee spaces in such horrible ways. And my thing is, if adoptees are joining together to change the world, change the system so it actually works for children and families, how can we do that if there's all this fighting between us? How can we do that if there's all these hurt feelings and people throwing jabs and getting even? How can we do that? We can't. And I always say to my team, Wildflower team, we must care about the individual journey in order for us to come together and focus on the collective journey moving forward. Like, I believe that with my full being, my whole heart, my whole cells, everything you can say. That I have to care about your collective journey. Your individual journey, so we can come together and move the collective journey forward. We cannot do that if we are competing, fighting, backstabbing, putting each other down, trying to always be right. we have so many blind sides that we don't even realize. It's like, and when somebody shows you your blind side, it can be disheartening. It could be like, some people experience shame and embarrassment, like, oh, it's like, oh no, I always do the right thing. I always say the right thing. I always move with good intentions. Like, actually, when you did this thing, it kind of landed like this, and that hurt my feelings. And it's like, oh, that's not what I was intending at all. Like, wow, I'm sorry. What I was intending didn't land the way I was hoping that it would land. And you got hurt because of it. Wow, I'm going to have to think about my approach with that moving forward. Now, what a lot of people will do is say, that's not what I meant and you knew it. And if that's how you took it, oh well. That's defensive. That's knee-jerk reaction. Instead, take a deep breath. And let them know that that's not what you meant. Or if that is what you meant, say that actually is what I meant, and this is why. Y'all can still talk about it. Is it forgivable? Is it not forgivable? Y'all will talk about it and figure that out from a space of calm, from a space of peace. Juva, thank you for reposting. I know I said that wrong. Juva. Ooh, I apologize. The names they be looking like it's not hard, but then when I say it, because I've never said it before, I'm like, that is not correct. That is not correct. People get my name wrong all the time. People always be like, oh, Marika. I don't know. It's Marika. I always tell people it's Eureka with the M in the front. And then some people really like overpronounce Eureka. Oh no. But anyway, I guess if I keep saying it enough, it'll catch on. Marika. So yeah, we are talking about connections, repairing connections, building connections. I think conflict is a connection building tool because it builds trust. I have to trust you to say, this thing happened and I thought about it and I was starting to feel this thing. Can we talk about it? And know that you're going to be like, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see where the confusion happened or the misunderstanding or whatever. Let's make a plan for moving forward. It takes trust to be able to do that. It takes trust to be able to have that type of a conversation. To say, I value our connections and I want us to talk about this kind of a hard thing so we can then strengthen our connection, move forward. All right, let me see. I definitely think it's time to do another power share. I'm going to do the same. I'm inviting you to join me in that. You hold down the screen until a white box pops up. You'll see a list of names with the word send on one side. Just push send all the way down that list. And that is how we will let people know the Wildflower team is meeting for Talk It Out Tuesday. It is not our easiest topic, but I think it might be one of the most important. I think it is, because that is how we are going to build a movement, a force to be reckoned with. To say we are clear on what we want child welfare, family welfare to look like, and what we want help to look like. Because what you've been doing ain't it. Good morning. I can't help it. Hey, Sauce Pocket, welcome in. All right, this live is about to be done in about 10 minutes. And like I said, it's a very important conversation to have. It's super important to be talking about conflict resolution and connection repair, whether that connection be family, co-workers, like professional, platonic friends, neighbors, you know, because no man isn't living alone on an island that I know of. But as far as I know, most of us are living in community with other people. Even people that are like dealing with agoraphobia and just want to stay in their home still have to interact with people, whether that be just over the phone or video chat or email, something like that. No one is completely to themselves, even if that's just with like the delivery person. I never leave my home. I order everything to be delivered. You still got to interact with the person, like leave it on the porch, you know, don't ring the doorbell. I'll check it this time or whatever. Hey, baby Sassy, welcome in. The live is actually almost over. Another successful Wildflower team meeting, talking about Talk It Out Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Talk It Out Tuesday. We will be talking it out. And hopefully, as this goes on, we'll be able to see how this goes down in real time. And actually, I'm going to start setting up some demonstrations so people can see exactly what I'm talking about as far as the process that I have created for talking it out. There's a well thought out, step-by-step, phase 1, phase 2, multiple steps to talking it out. So connections can be strengthened and valued and held on to, and not just ran through like a tornado and destroyed. That's kind of what tornadoes do. They kind of destroy everything in their path, and they just keep it moving on to the next until they simmer down, until the right conditions show up to create them all over again. So yeah, no. Hey, C-Dubs, how are you doing? I've been thinking about you and your son. I heard that he's healed and he's better, and I think that's fantastic. But it's nice to see you come through. All right, let me see who we got in the room. Okay. She may not have heard me, but I hope so. I hope you're watching from the For You feed. But feel free to come back in though. And leave your daily heartbeat, tap the screen, share this out, all the things. Hey, I heard you and your son are doing okay, so that made me happy. Because of course I think of you. I think you haven't been in long enough to do all the things, but let me just check your stats. All right, C-Dubs has 1 comment, 0 shares, and 21 likes. So what we're looking for is 60 shares and 1K likes. But if the shares are hard for you, you can always double your likes, and then you'll have access to the panel. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, feel free to put something in the chat on how you're doing. The fact that you're in the chat gives me hope that you're doing all right, that I got accurate information. All right, so let me see. Like I said, we are about to end. We literally have 6 minutes left on this live. 6 minutes. I don't think it's enough time. But we will be live again tomorrow. Centering the voices of, I believe tomorrow will be social workers, but I'll double check. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we were centering it might be birth parents. Ooh, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Oh no, I'm waiting in the waiting room. I'm bored. The waiting room at the doctor's office? Because I heard you and your son were doing well. I don't know. I got the impression he was out of the hospital. Is he still in there? No, you're not doing well. Oh my goodness. Is he still in is he out of the hospital? Is he home yet? Yes, we're still in the hospital. Oh. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought he was out. He's still improving though, yeah? It might be 2 weeks until we get out. Okay, good. There's at least they're projecting that he will be getting out soon. I mean, 2 weeks is, it's weird. 2 weeks is soon and 2 weeks is like forever. No, he's not improving. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is heartbreaking. Hi, Duck Candy. Welcome in. That is heartbreaking. I'm so sorry to hear that. I was so hopeful that he was improving. I mean, it's... Hi. It sounds like they're hoping he will be improving if they're saying y'all might be able to go home in 2 weeks. Thank you for tapping the screen. Let's see, we've been here since last month. Yeah, that's a long time. That is a long time and very scary. All right, I'm going to look for our exit song. For those of you that don't know, I play this exit song because this is a song I used to sing with my bio family after our supervised visits. These live streams are supervised visits. We're being supervised by the app. We're being supervised by trolls. We're being supervised by people deciding if they want to join our community or not. So this is a supervised visit, so it makes sense. The song is called We Are Family by Sister Sledge. I strongly recommend that you listen to it whenever you think of this live or whenever you think of me. I don't know. But live your wild and wonderful life because you deserve it. You deserve it. And tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be live again, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.